All right, we are exploring this illustrious ship. We're back. Plush seats surround a decaying paper map placed on a mahogany table. Drinks, some floating with mildew, have been poured in glasses around the table. Maps hang from sprouting fronds like peeling wallpaper. Spores float gently through the room. Logbooks lie scattered about the table. None date from after 1897. Which a reminder, current year is in the bottom left. It's 1905. The engine's destination was to be Traitor's Wood. The last entry regards a stop at Hybris, which they named Hy Brazil. Something was brought on board. The captain's bunk has collapsed in a pile of rotten wood and infected bedsheets, wet with fungal growths. We wish her neither wit nor wealth, nor yet a rope to hang herself, with a fa la 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 la. Check the armory. The solid iron walls of the armory are stained and rotted with sporing bodies. Lockers hang open, revealing decaying and antiquated skysuits. The old design with thermal chestplate and brass buttons for fastenings. Several of your crew coo appreciatively, but back away when a prodding of one suit reveals a fruiting colony of golden black mushrooms has sprouted within. Amongst the outdated and unused weaponry, you uncover a trove of novels. Fanciful stuff, but all concerned with the possibilities of space travel and the interaction between modern man and the alien. Still more majestic shalt thou rise, more dreadful from each foreign stroke, as the loud blast that tears the skies serves but to root thy native oak. Alright, and then we're probably going to have to breach the fungus to find that gramophone. See if they have any other tunes to play. Fitty fitty, let's flip the coin. Ah! Sabers serve to hack away at the plump, bulging intrusions. Peels away like flesh carved from a roasted pig. The smell is considerably worse, however. The work is slow going. These twitching sheaths of fungus are enormous size and depth. An American stoker remembers the redwood trees of his youth. Eventually, enough of a path is cleared to allow you to progress. They tight squeeze between the walls of livid flesh, allowing you to see bulges within up close. Bulges the same shape and size as you. And then you are through. Ah, great. We just got a little bit more terror. That's fine. This is fine. The crew cabins. The sounds of the gramophone are louder here. Battered metal and tormented wood paneling comprise the confines in which the crew dwelled. Chubby toadstools, round as pastries, dot the cramped bunk beds. Mementos of home are scattered about the fruiting debris. Slim volumes of Arnold and Blake, vials of honey, and engravings of simple domestic scenes can be found under every bunk. You also uncover a little tally chart. A little tally chart on a folded up bit of paper. Seems the crew were organizing a whip round for their commander's retirement present. They'd settled on a plot of land on Port Prosper. Send her victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. Alright, we're gonna have to dig even deeper. Another failure. Alright, we're gonna get some more terror. You go alone. Your crew disappear behind you, lost in a haze of orange and gold. Above, sacks of sporing fungus encrusted to the metalwork begin to erupt. Showers of spore and viscous liquids render the terrain still more hazardous. You feel a peculiar sensation. Your hands tingle as though wishing to reach out to touch the fungus, as though for one more drink. You increase your speed. There's a cry behind you. You turn to see one of your crew, a particularly distractible signaler, has entered the miasma after you. Her hands are in a mound of virulent gold fungus. Then, so is the rest of her. The scene is lost to another shower of spores. You press on towards the engine room. And then there were 8. The engine room. As you approach, you notice the damage done to the walls, riddled with bullets, old stains on the carpet. An attack was mounted on the engine room. You can hear music, loud and clear from inside. An eerie green light pours through the hinges like floodwater. You push open the door. You have entered the engine room of the Parsifal. May God have mercy on your soul. This is promising. The engine room is cold as a sunless sky. Your breath hangs in long chains before you. The boiler is off. The infernal gramophone sits atop the boiler. The music is no better for being closer to it. Before you lies a dance macabre of fungus and corpses, hand in frond. On the wall, suspended by fungus, is a body in a captain's uniform. Investigate the engine room. The corpses bear bullet wounds. They are unmarked by fungus, decaying in peace. Amongst the rank insignia, you spot a first officer, a chief engineer, and a conductor. All died violent deaths. There are far too few to amount for the full crew. The boiler, a battered, antiquated, wheezing contraption, stands silent and broken. Strips of iron hang in front of it, as though it had suffered an explosion. Inside, you find fungus amidst the ashes, clumps and clusters of tendrils that sprout from the charcoal. When burnt, the spores would have infected the whole engine. Here comes the grenadiers, my boys, who know no doubts or fears. Then sing tow, row, 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 the British Grenadiers. Here lies all that remains of Lieutenant Commander Percy Blythe. The corpse of the finest officer of his generation hangs from the wall, suspended by loops of pale fronds. His skin is sallow, and strands of golden fungus crawl beneath it. His eyes open. Percy Blythe looks down on you. Blue fruiting mushrooms speckle his beard. Next to him, the gramophone crackles out dreary anthems of years past. His mouth opens too wide as he speaks. His jaw cracks. Oh, he's alive! Oh no! Oh no! Still more majestic shalt thou rise, more dreadful from each foreign stroke, as the loud blast that tears the skies serves but to root thy native oak. Hey, we already heard that line. Somehow, he is still alive. Lots of things can be alive if you stretch your definition of life. Yeah, you're right, Glottal, but I feel like we're entering fate worse than death territory. Let's see if this is actually Percy or if this is simply the fungus speaking through him. He groans. His mouth opens impossibly wide and a cloud of yellow spores emerge. I am all that's left. An oily liquid begins to drip from his left eye. I am a child of the grave garden. The voice alters, becoming a more clipped, more static, like that of the voices on the gramophone. I am Lieutenant Commander Percy Blythe, Captain of the Parsifal. My task was to explore the wilderness and return home with new discoveries. He groans as though weeping. I am all that remains. I want to go home. What happened here? Met the children on Hybris. We sought to know each other. Wanted to go to the wood to see what was kept from us. Percy is drooling as he speaks. Gramophone clicks as yet another patriotic dirge begins to play. Percy Blythe struggles within his bonds, pulling himself up to stand a little straighter. We made contact on Hybris. The fungus was so bright, so beautiful. His eyes shine gold. I brought it aboard. God forgive me. I wanted the crew to see, to know. Oil leaks from those hollow eyes. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Some came willing. Others refused to join us. We had to... He breaks off into silence, staring away into the middle distance. What happened to him? Percy Blythe launches into a long, meandering, slurred story of children and gardens, of a cruel king who needed but did not love his subjects despite their love for him, of knowledge denied and growth checked, of tyranny and freedom, of grief and betrayal and longing. The music bursts into sudden life. Percy jerks and fixes you with an infected eye. I was stupid. I thought we would be welcome here. And we were. We were welcomed. We were loved. Children, the verdants, they wanted us. Begins to sob. It is a sad, squelching noise. I think we're gonna keep our distance. The oily burbling goes on for some time. Lieutenant Commander becomes rapidly incoherent. Sometimes he weeps for Mother, other times for London. He believes himself disgraced twice over. Eventually, the embarrassing affair comes to a stop, as Percy Blythe is left billowing clouds of spores from his mouth, his eyes vacant. What does he want now? Lieutenant Commander Percy Blythe lets out a low moan and slumps forward. Chains of fungus adjust to accommodate this state of despair. Home, he slurs, like a drunk man demanding another drink. On Hybris, Mother spored us there. She set out her children across the stars to learn the traitors would. We were forbidden from entering there, but now its king is dead. This craft failed before we could arrive. The body jerks, as though shocked. Percy's face rises to face you. London, he rasps. London! Some talk of Alexander, some talk of Hercules, of Hector and Lysander, and such great names as these. But of all the world's great heroes, there's none that can compare with a row to the British Grenadiers. I mucked that up. Can the Parsifal still fly? No, the commander hisses, his eyes rolling in his head. Sabotage, mutiny, ignorance. No fuel. Children too greedy, spread too fast. Like fire. The engine is broken. The crew all gone. I am alone. His head lolls back as though his neck were broken. I see. This cannot continue. Interesting. Lieutenant Commander Percy Blythe, decorated hero of London's forces, first captain through the avid horizon, gazes at you, slack-jawed and unseeing. Please, he rasps, take me home or finish this. He twitches. Just wanted to know what was kept from us at Traitor's Wood. Why did our king not love his children? Burn it all down. Take him to Hybris. Return him to London. Take him to Traitor's Wood. I don't think we've found Traitor's Wood yet, actually. Holy shit.
Oh goodness, how time flies.
Dolly, blood and ashes. Time does fly. I cannot believe it. Thank you. What the fuck? Well, thank you for resubscribing. Holy shit. If somehow y'all don't already know, I also realize I need to make that smaller. I mean, I'm glad that worked, but I need to make that smaller. Because that really, like, chewed up a lot of space. If y'all don't know $1.50 slice, I'm gonna click this button And there's a 4K captured live. But you should give Dolly a gander. Because she is a fantastic person and a great streamer. There are so many great people over in Dolly's space. And there really is no bad apples over there, because they all get schwacked pretty quickly, either by her or any of the other people she has given swords. Yeah, it's hard to not sing praises of the amazing things that Dolly does and has inspired me. But I hope you're having a good evening, Dolly. Dreki gonna make me cry. Wee! Wee! Oh, stretch and hydrate. Getting work done, you know how it is. Boy, do I know how it be, alright. Certainly glad the spin has a slight upgrade on the rare event. But I still need to figure out like a proper sound effect for it. I wanted to do like a Doppler effect to my microphone, but I didn't find like from a quick Google foo anything that like would let me do that. Oh. No, for a second there I thought you almost hit it. What should the fate... I think we should take him to Trader's Wood. Let him complete his last mission. The remnant of Percy Blythe does not appear to register your response. His head bobs with the tilting of the locomotive. You begin cutting his body down. It is a task only made more difficult by the discovery that most of the far wall is, in fact, a rubbery sort of mushroom whose weak yellow flesh is entirely embedded in Blythe's back. You are forced to cut down a whole section of the wall, exposing the metal shell of the Parsifal, and carry Blythe out upon it. On board your engine, he mutters and twitches, as though diminished by the separation. You leave the Parsifal drifting, alone in the sky. Fascinating. They see me spin, 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 round and round, and I win, 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 with all y'all around. There can't be too many places for Trader's Wood to be hiding, because we've explored like 70% of the map. And like, it is a game, so there's like a reasonable separation and arrangement of the cities. Plus, this is a foresty area, so it's gotta be somewhere in this vicinity. Oh, look, it's a bunch of bees! Oh, what's over here? The air is clean here. The crystal scent of fresh water. You're near the Regent's Tears. Regent's Tears? That's, the 10,000 streams. Interesting. Mmm, delicious, delicious honey. It's said the lakes atop the Regent's Tears have curative properties. The rumor goes largely unconfirmed. Ground by the lakes is too boggy to land a locomotive. Instead, you must land on a sharp, slippery ledge lower down the falls, and a walk up will be punishing. You take a sip from the cascading waters. The water is brackish and lukewarm. It is not refreshing. But if you concentrate, it could almost be taken for the absent-minded residue of a particularly weak tea. Ooh, more honey. Delicious. Ah! There were bees in there! Delicious bees. Let's try and increase our supplies. Oh, come on. I got terror. Slag me. Let's try and get some of the nectar. Nope. No nectar. And we lost a crew person. That's fine. That's fine. That just means our supplies are going to last longer. Patrick, what do you got to report? Ooh. Is that going to be Trader's Wood? I bet that's going to be Trader's Wood. The Deep Wood. Hey, yo. Var be port, mateys. Somerset Camp. Ah, I see. Not Trader's Wood. Oh, this is Trader's Wood. I see. Hi, Dreki. Green snake. I hope you are doing well. Ah, right. This is where we can get bronze wood. Or is Trader's Wood not a specific place? Bring him to Trader. Okay, so maybe I need to like go to actual Trader's Wood. Very cold. Oh no! Well, as a serpent, I hope you can get nice and warm under a heat lamp of some flavor. Let's look at expeditions into the deep wood. Decide how many crew you wish to take on your expedition. The more you take, the likelier your success, but at a risk of losing them all. Then choose your destination. Oh, this is going to cost me fuel and supplies? Maybe not. Let's look at the Parting Glade, maybe? Ah, there it is. Drop off Percy Blythe. His eyes are golden, as though reflecting sunlight. His handshake is weak, and his voice rasps. His periods of lucidity have been intermittent, and fewer by the day. He is alert now. Captain, a reward. My medallions. He fumbles at his breast to unpin his stained medals. You are compelled to assist. He clutches your hand before turning to face the darkening wood. At last, we will know. A tremor passes through his body. I should not be here. I should not have been kept from here. He walks slowly into the pale wood. The trees bow as he passes, as though to embrace him. He does not look back. Percy Blythe is gone. Damn, we got a lot of experience and a lot of money. Good shit, good shit. Go ahead and write a port report. Outside the Somerset camp, the great forest of bronzewood trees has gone untouched by human hands. Voices around in the depths of the woods, forlorn and far away. The wood is vast and vastly lonely. Indurate veteran or prudent secretary. When we found at Victory Hall and Company House. Oh, I'm a potato. I should have gone. Gosh, dang it. All right, well, now I know. Let's get some supplies, but go ahead and head on out. I feel like there's got to be at least one more place in here, perhaps. So we're going to head... We'll save that for another exploration. So we're going to go try and go over here to Hybris. And then we head to L&S. Oh. An Oathbreaker? Hi. You shouldn't have broken an oath, buddy. Sorry. You gotta get off at the next port. You're lucky we don't space ya.
I drink the water, and then I have to go put the water somewhere else 5 minutes later. All hours of the day, all hours of the night. No matter what I'm doing, my life is interrupted by this.
It's the wind chimes. It's like Pavlov, but for pissing instead of eating. You just just ring the wind chimes and it's like, I need to go to the bathroom. Oh, that was well, only if it was the good place, because there's the Janet makes the guy and his dick is wind chimes, because it's all glitchy. I mostly liked the first like 2 seasons of The Good Place. I was a little shakier on the 3rd, and I honestly have not watched through the 4th, just because I really felt like from the first episode I wasn't going to like it, and from what I heard about the ending, I don't know. I feel like it's a series that sticking the ending, considering its conceit, very hard. You know what? Extremely hard. I'm not even going to hold it against them. I think it's fine for the first 2 seasons as sort of a thought-provoking kind of thing to ruminate on. But as far as a story to have a concrete ending, I don't think it's so great. All right, we're entering the fungus zone. If anyone is squeamish or has issues with fungi, this is your warning to not look. And if you also decide to navigate away, no problem. Quite understandable. Thanks for stopping on by. Although this does now make me hungry for mushrooms. It's been a minute since I've made my pesto stuffed mushrooms, now that I think about it. Oh, alley-oop, buddy, you missed. You missed. Spend supplies and try to acquire a cage to catch. Sure. Partial success. All right. Your crew have a net tangled halfway around the younger cantankery before it realizes what's afoot. It thrashes and bucks, knocking some of its captors from the bull's broken bulk. You intervene, tangling the last of its spindly legs in the netting, while a cage is brought to hold the beast. Ah, we lost another crew person. Do caged catches? They do take up space. Noted. Boy, we are gonna have to pay for a good number of new people. Where'd all the people go missing on your train? They decided to quit. Yes. Quit. They are perfectly fine and not dead or floating off into space. Actually, the question is, this place has an atmosphere. You know, there's wind and stuff. You know, there's that water, there's the greenery. Does it have gravity? Do you, like, float away in space? Or do people just, like, fall? Float away, I'm assuming. I don't know. Oh, hey, some free bronze wood. Nice. Let's mourn the dead. We need to reduce our terror. Ooh. And a marauder. Nice. Let's loot the hold. An intriguingly bulging sack. Interesting. Uh-oh. Your crew, undermanned and overworked, are struggling. One of them has failed to thoroughly secure your cargo. When a boisterous wind rocks your engines, the straps snap, sending boxes and barrels careening perilously about the hold. Order the crew to secure the cargo. You work with your crew, flinging nets over the contents of the hold and lashing everything together, but another lurch from your engine makes a stack of crates lean, then topple. Some of your crew are trapped beneath it. Yikes. Well, that's not good. Alright, let's join them in song. Hybris deserted. The pernickety factor is alarmed. This is very disagreeable. I was expecting to find people here. Disappearing like this is extremely rude. Let's get Mademoiselle Lumiere first. Kind of a weird how that event has shaped out, but okay. You split up and make a quick circuit of the village. You discover tables laid out for dinner, cold tea still in fair Nance's pot, and the notes, in large print, half written for the mayor's council meeting laid out on his desk. Abandoned bowls bob forlornly in the shallows of the marsh. You find the pernickety factor near the station. She holds up a muddy tarot card, the Ten of Cats. How peculiar. Let's keep looking. Search the colony for clues. The marshes are wild, the spores unswept. Laundry sits in piles in the wash house. Several shirts abandoned in the mangle. The town hall has been set up for a show. A broken mirror sits on the stage. You find an abandoned set of tarot cards below a gold-framed mirror. A playbill for a Marzipan and Hallow, the wondrous wizard of glass, has been discarded amidst the slough of pillows. Persnickety Factor makes a face. I hate to suggest it, but Polymere and Plenties might be able to shed some light here. They have a magician. Polymere and Plenty's inconceivable circus. I see. I don't know where Polymere is. I wonder if it's possibly another place we're missing. All right, we want to go to LNS. We have a settler to drop off. Oops. And the incautious driver's side quest wants us to go there. Actually, on our way, we can make a visit to the flower if we go the long way. Actually, versus... I think we have enough fuel. To go up around, we'll visit the flower, get the cutting, and then go to RNS. Reprimand him. Dang it, people, stop driving my terror up. We're gonna have to make a stop at Magdalene's after RNS. All right. We hook around up here. Pretty sure we can reduce our terror at the Titan flower as well, so that will be also a reason to visit. Whole lot of empty skies out here. Quite eerie. And ominous, if I do say so. Uh-oh. Only forward. Stop getting terror! Ooh, bronzewood. Ooh, a piece of tree. Ooh, a piece of tree.